different scenery. We're still outside, but in the car right now, catching y'all in between doing orders and stuff like that. But yeah, so I just basically got, it's just more so like a reminder of staying bliss. You know what I'm saying? You can be blessed however you want, you know what I'm saying? Whichever word vibrates with you in your authenticity. We're not about to go over the sentiments, you know what I'm saying? Because that's going to keep us divided in the basic general conversation and the message of this conversation that we're having anyway, or monologue that I'm having, and I'm about to upload it. But it comes a point where, yes, we know about etymology, yes, we may know about the root words or even prefixes and things like that when it comes to making up words. For sure, stay conscious and aware of these things, but also don't allow yourself to trip over the sentiments of the words and things like that to keep us divided and being able to relate and build with one another. But I digress. This whole message is about staying bliss. I like saying bliss instead of bless. That's why I say whichever word vibrates with you. And that is just saying that for us to remember our power whenever we're stepping out, remember your power, remember and make sure that you're always keeping that in your forefront, to the point where in my life I find myself as a walk-in meditation or a walk-in prayer, whichever you want to call it. Each thing has its own intention. Like I said before, I don't really pray about things as much as I more so make sure that I'm in alignment with what I need in the time of need, in the time of being and stuff like that. And also make sure that my mind and my channels are open enough to discern whatever I prayed for or was seeking or asking for, I know how to identify it once it comes to me and once it comes around, you know what I'm saying? So with that, it's been a work in progress, but I just always ask for discernment in anything that I know that I need right then, as far as that I can see, because I don't know everything, you know what I'm saying? Great Spirit, the Most High, knows everything. Our spirit team on the other side that's helping us are going to always, or maybe not always, but are generally be able to see what's up ahead for us to basically not short stop ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Because I might have in my mind that I want this, but something bigger and better might be up ahead. So that's why I ask for discernment, because I know a lot of times you gotta move sure-footed, but remain agile and adaptable in your surroundings, in your thought frame, the way you move, and et cetera, you know what I'm saying? So by me remembering and keeping my mind on like, I'm always bliss, I'm always blessed, you know what I'm saying? That keeps me in a constant vibration to like keep receiving things, no matter if it's material goods, financial, you know what I'm saying, physical things, or just a nice surprised just by being in the moment. Like, what was that, Friday or Thursday last week? I'm just outside doing my regular workouts, and I think I did give myself a break. I gave myself a break, and I almost didn't give myself a break because I like going, like, pushing all the way through. But I allowed myself to have a break, and when I had myself a break, I was jotting. I got this inspiration to make a beat, and I was recording my vocals so I can remember the beat pattern for later on. And as I was finishing up the voice recording, a cicada falls into the water bowl for the birds that we have for their bath, like for the bird bath. It fell inside of it, and if I wasn't there, then that cicada would have transitioned into another life. But because I was there, I was able to grab it and save it and like put it back into the, I didn't put it back into the tree, it flew back into the tree, into the limb. And I'm just like, first of all, that's my first time touching a live cicada in its like final stage form. And yeah, that was very powerful to me, and I'm very grateful. But also other things that I'm dealing with in life, as far as like challenges and being able to step up and assume responsibility for these happenings, and that crosses my path and things like that. So however I can like help and mend the situation, I try to step in and assess it and observe and see what I can do. If it's above me, then I have to seek professional help or whoever else is more equipped and suited for getting the job done. So specifically just air conditioning problems and stuff like that, that's definitely out of my realm of knowledge. I'm still learning in that aspect, but right now just trying to figure that out. But I'm doing things that I can do, and I'm very appreciative because we could be in a fucked up situation, but we're not. We're able to not be pissed off or irritated because of the heat, because that is what the heat can do. And man, that heat can turn love, like, yo, like really, like just keeping in mind of, like, you know what I'm saying, like just not making an enemy out of a situation, but seeing the openness and opportunity to learn out of the situation. Because at the end of the day, more times than not, I know I can speak for myself personally, I might not be eager to address the situation sometimes because it's out of my knowledge, my realm of knowledge. And that's what like makes me a little slower to approach certain situations. But approaching it with the willingness to solve the situation. And yeah, that's how I've been able to see that I like the blessings, you know what I'm saying? Because they either solve themselves, or I find out it wasn't as hard as I thought it was. It's just putting up the effort. So just flowing like that has allowed me to really not stress life, but allow life to stretch me in a way that I'm learning more knowledge, and by acting on the knowledge, I'm learning and extracting the wisdom from that knowledge to then pass on to other people, because it's always each one teach one. And just like with my music, you know what I'm saying, being able to not flinch in the face of adversity. I got this song called the ABCs. It's like it's called Always New, parentheses, adversity builds character. So it's just that thing where it's like, because I haven't flinched in the face of adversity, I've seen my life get better, not easier, but I've seen it get better over time. And just staying diligent, doing the work, you know what I'm saying, it's always been paying off. So that's really my message for today, is just remind yourself and to keep in mind that you're always blessed or bliss, whichever word you want to use. Remind yourself that you're always blessed. Stay in that frequency, stay in that energy, no matter what happens, because usually this is how life happens. When you proclaim something, when you self-proclaim something, as soon as you say it, sometimes when you make it up in your mind, maybe not as fast, but as soon as you say that shit out into the universe and speak it, the universe just come around the corner like, oh yeah? You know what I'm saying? And it's an opportunity to be like, okay, you remember what you said? All right, now this is your time and opportunity to show up in whatever form that you proclaimed, you know what I'm saying? Just the opportunity that you wanted. Here it is, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's very interesting. But I'm gonna leave off on that message. And as always, may this message be useful in the form that you need for the listener and the viewer. Much love, bliss.